to my foam clay 101 mini class. Today we're going to talk about what a good quality foam clay is like, where you can buy foam clay, and the best practices that I use on a daily basis. Which foam clay should you buy? What brand do I use? I use Bose foam clay. I find it is a good quality at a good price. But in general, your foam clay should not be sticky. It should have a nice stretch. It should be soft but still keep its shape, and it should not crack when it dries. If your foam clay is sticky or too soft to keep its shape, I do have some tips for you. Check out my troubleshooting video where I talk about how to fix sticky clay or stiffen up clay that is too soft to keep its shape. I highly suggest you come join our Facebook group. We have lots of foam clay artists, very friendly and helpful. So if you have any questions, you can always ask the community. If you join, you also get the benefit of 10% off anything in my store. Let's talk about what to do to successfully use foam clay to create. The most important thing is to have a very clean and non-porous surface. I use these alcohol wipes. I find they are the most convenient for me to use. The first thing you want to do when you get your clay out of the bag is to condition it. Basically just mixing the clay, and the goal is to get all the air bubbles out of it. That will help you to create that super smooth look that everyone loves. One key step for a wrinkle-free surface is to use your palms and use a decent amount of pressure. Just keep rolling it between your palms and iron out any of the wrinkles that you can see. Now, one thing to keep in mind, it is an air dry clay, so you don't have all the time in the world. You want to be working as quick as you can. If you do take too long, you can always remix it and start again. I do it all the time. One tip to slow down the drying process is to use a little bit of Vaseline or bath bomb. It will cover the surface of the clay and just slow down the drying process. It also helps you to slide over the surface for sculpting, even if you use tools, and you will not create any stretch marks. Next, I want to talk about joining two pieces together. As long as your clay is still wet, it will stick together. Now, one thing to avoid is once you put those two pieces together, don't move it left and right. It will create ugly joints. The right way to do it is plop it on there and leave it alone. That's the way how you can create crisp, clean joints. The most common cause, I think, that creates wrinkles for people is that they manipulate the clay after a short drying period. They might think it's still okay to move, but you want to create an S-curve like this, you gotta do it right after you smooth it out. Smooth it out, roll it into the shape you need, curve it. Don't manipulate it much longer after this. That will create a smooth surface with the desired curves. One tip I learned over time for durability, for joints of any type like this, use a toothpick. You can use the toothpick together with the glue. That's what I do for my turtles. It is the strongest joint you can achieve in a foam clay figure. You can use any of these glues. I use the Gorilla Glue the most. And make sure it's the gel kind, or else it'll drip all over the place. Now, if you create two pieces, let them dry separately, or if you created them and you waited a little bit too long and the surfaces don't grip anymore, then that's when you definitely have to use some glue. You want to use very little in the center of the piece that you are putting on, because you want to avoid spilling of the glue out of the joint. This is what happens if glue spills out. Not a good look. So use it sparingly. Many people wonder about sealing foam clay to make it waterproof or protect it from dirt. Yes, you can. My only tip is wait until it is fully dried. I would wait at least 2 weeks. In the next video, I will talk all about tools, which tools are the most common tools I use on a daily basis. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.